Hi, good day to all of you everyone. We are Group 4. I am Jheremy Laguerder, together with my group mates Lea Velante, Edea Larroza, and Diego Corpin. Now, let's explore the most breathtaking paintings and the stories of the Renaissance era, the William Shakespeare's Hamlet. Let's move on to the element of drama. We have characters, plot, climax, conflict, crisis, denouement, stage proper, dialogue. Now, let's move forward to characters. Hamlet. He is the Prince of Denmark, the main character. Claudius. Hamlet's uncle and the new king of Denmark. Gertrude. Hamlet's mother and queen of Denmark. The ghost. The spirit of Hamlet's deceased father, the former king. Polonius, the Lord of Chamberlain and the advisor to the King Claudius. Ophelia, daughter of Polonius, Hamlet's love interest. Laertes, son of Polonius and brother to Ophelia. Horatio, Hamlet's royal friend. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, former friends of Hamlet, used by Claudius to spy on him. Fortinbras, Prince of Norway, whose father was killed by Hamlet's father. Osric, a courtier. Marcellus, Bernardo, and Francisco. They are the soldiers who first see the ghost. And now, we are here to the most exciting part, the plot. At first, Prince Hamlet of Denmark is very sad after his father, the king, dies. Soon after the funeral, Hamlet is shocked when his mother, Queen Gertrude, marries his uncle, Claudius. Claudius becomes the new king. Hamlet feels angry and confused about this. One night, a ghost appeared to Hamlet. The ghost looked like his dead father. It tells Hamlet that Claudius murdered him by pouring poison in his ear while he was sleeping. The ghost asks Hamlet to take revenge. Hamlet promises to do so, but he is not sure how or when. Hamlet starts acting strangely. He pretends to be mad so people won't know what he's really thinking. He also wants to find out if the ghost is telling the truth. He decided to test Claudius by putting a play that shows a king being poisoned in the same way. When Claudius watches the play, he gets upset and leaves, proving to Hamlet that he is guilty. Later, Hamlet accidentally kills Polonius, the king's advisor, thinking he is Claudius. This makes things worse because Polonius' daughter, Ophelia, who loves Hamlet, goes mad and dies. Her brother Laertes returns home and wants revenge on Hamlet. Claudius and Laertes make a plan to kill Hamlet during a fencing match. They prepare a sword with poison and also a drink with poison, just in case. During the match, many people die. Gertrude drinks the poison by mistake and dies. Laertes and Hamlet both get caught by the poisoned sword. And Hamlet kills Claudius before he dies himself. In the end, almost everyone in the royal family is dead. A prince from Norway named Fortinbras arrives and takes control of Denmark. And that would be all for my parts. And now, I would like to call on Mr. Diego Corpin to proceed with the climax and conflicts.
So, what was the main conflict of the play? The main conflict in Hamlet is Hamlet's internal struggle to avenge his father's murder. After learning from his father's ghost that King Claudius, his uncle, is a murderer, Hamlet is torn between his duty to seek revenge and his deep moral and philosophical doubts about killing. This internal conflict drives the plot as Hamlet wrestles with questions of justice, fate, death, and the meaning of life. His hesitation and overthinking led to delays and unintended consequences, ultimately resulting in the tragic downfall of nearly every major character. While there are external conflicts such as Hamlet versus Claudius or Hamlet versus Laertes, it is Hamlet's psychological turmoil that lies at the heart of the play. Let's now move on to the most awaited part of the play, the climax of Hamlet. The climax of Hamlet takes place in Act 3, Scene 3, when Hamlet discovers King Claudius alone and seemingly praying. Having confirmed Claudius' guilt through the play within a play, Hamlet finally has the perfect opportunity to avenge his father's murder. However, instead of acting, Hamlet hesitates. He reasons that killing Claudius while he is praying might send his soul to heaven, which Hamlet believes would not be a true revenge. This moment of inaction is critical, as it marks the turning point of the play. Hamlet's failure to kill Claudius allows the corrupt king to continue plotting against him, ultimately leading to the deaths of Polonius, Ophelia, Laertes, Gertrude, Claudius, and Hamlet himself. The climax is not a moment of dramatic action, but rather a moral and psychological crisis that defines the tragic trajectory of the play.
Hamlet, the turning point. The pivotal moment in Hamlet arrives in Act 3, Scene 4. Hamlet, mistakenly believing he's confronting Claudius, stabs Polonius through an arras while confronting his mother, Gertrude. This act marks a critical turning point. Up to this moment, Hamlet's indecision and philosophical musings have dominated the play. However, this direct, irreversible action propels the narrative forward. Hamlet can no longer delay or hide behind philosophical questions. His actions now have immediate and serve consequences. Polonius' death sets off a chain reaction. Claudius, determined to eliminate Hamlet, intensifies his efforts. Ophelia descends into madness, and Laertes seeks revenge for his father's death. This crisis deepens the tragedy and accelerates the play towards its bloody conclusion. The killing of Polonius irrevocably shatters the fragile peace and sets in motion the events leading to the play's devastating climax. Hamlet, the final scene. The denouement of Hamlet takes place in the final scene, Act 5, Scene 3. Immediately following the climactic duel between Hamlet and Laertes. This scene brings together the play's tragic outcomes. Gertrude drinks the poisoned wine intended for Hamlet and dies. Laertes wounds Hamlet with his own poisoned sword. Before dying, Hamlet, in a final act of revenge, kills Claudius. Both Laertes and Hamlet succumbed to their wound shortly after. This final scene is a tableau of death, highlighting the devastating consequences of the play's central conflict. Hamlet, the resolution. The denouement of Hamlet sees the arrival of Fortinbras, Prince of Norway, as the chaos subsides. On his deathbed, Hamlet names Fortinbras as his successor. Fortinbras, establishing order, commands a respectful military funeral for Hamlet. This action brings the tragedy to a close. Jajay effectively resolves the plot's loose ends, revealing the consequences of the revenge, corruption, and delays that drove the play's tragic arc. Fortinbras' assumption of power represents a return to stability after the devastating events.
In Hamlet, stage directions are minimal, which gives directors room for creative interpretation. For example, Enter Ghost creates a mysterious atmosphere without much detail. Another key moment is when Hamlet stabs Polonius behind the curtain. This is a brief but crucial. Dialogue in the play is mostly written in blank verse. Using iambic pentameter, nobles like Hamlet speak in verse, while commoners often use prose. One of the most famous lines is to be or not to be, which shows Hamlet's inner conflict. Overall, both the dialogue and sparse stage directions help reveal characters' emotions, build tensions, and set the mood through language rather than visuals. Hamlet is a powerful tragedy that explores themes of revenge, madness, and morality. Through rich dialogue and minimal stage direction, Shakespeare creates a complex story where Prince Hamlet seeks justice for his father's murder. In the end, his quest leads to a tragic downfall for himself and many others.